Now move on to our next topic, that is the list of exceptions. That means how can we eliminate the risk of becoming a permanent establishment of a foreign enterprise in India. It is written in Article 5, Clause 4 of OECD. It starts with the word notwithstanding the preceding provisions of this article, the term permanent establishment shall be deemed not to include. So if a particular transaction comes under the ambit of fixed place PE or service PE, then also we can get the provision, or we can get into the list of exceptions, and we can eliminate the risk of becoming a PE in India. For example, these services include facilities used solely for storage or display or delivery of goods belonging to the enterprise, maintain stock of goods solely for the purpose of storage or display, stock goods solely for processing by another enterprise, fixed place used solely for the purpose of purchasing goods or collecting information for the enterprise, and the fixed place solely for the purpose of carrying on any other activity of a preparatory or auxiliary character, or the fixed place for combination of the above activities provided overall preparatory or auxiliary character. So these kind of services are somewhere where we can exclude the risk of becoming a permanent establishment of a foreign enterprise in India. Now move on to our last slide, which talks about the OECD commentary on Article 5, Para 7. In simple terms, this means that if a foreign enterprise has its subsidiary company in India, then that does not mean that the foreign enterprise has a PE in India. So first thing which comes in our mind after reading about a foreign company, that if a foreign company has a subsidiary company in India, then it must have a PE in India. But this is not the reality, because subsidiary has its own business operations in India, and the foreign enterprise has its own business operations in US or any country. So to clarify this thing, this particular paragraph is added in Article 5. This means that the foreign enterprise does not satisfy if the foreign enterprise does not satisfy any of the conditions of Article 5 of permanent establishment, and simply it has a subsidiary company in India, then that does not constitute that it has a PE in India. It is generally accepted that existence of a subsidiary company does not of itself constitute the subsidiary company a PE of its parent company. This follows from the principle that for taxation purpose, such a subsidiary constitutes a different legal entity, a separate legal entity. Mere fact that the subsidiary company is managed by its parent, or that the parent exercises control over the activities of its subsidiary and desires stringent financial reporting, does not constitute the subsidiary of a PE of the parent. However, if the activities of the subsidiary on behalf of the parent are within other provisions of Article 5, then the subsidiary may become a PE of the parent. So to conclude it, I would like to mention that the Article 5 is related to the permanent establishment, and we have covered here the base model of all the treaties, that is the OECD model. When you read all the treaties, you will find that this is more or less similar with this OECD Article 5. As a fresher in this field, I try to give my 100% in this concept and share all of my practical experience with all of you. I hope you all like it and you will be able to understand this vast concept in your practical life as well. I would like to suggest you one thing, that if you want to excel on this permanent establishment, then I would like to recommend you that you should read the judgments of the various case laws. In this way only you can understand what is the basis behind this permanent establishment concept, because it is like a big ocean. You cannot get an idea about the permanent establishment only after reading 1 or 3 slides, or only after reading 1 or 2 case laws. You have to read a lot to get idea of the basics, and after getting an idea of the basics, you can be more able to practically apply it in real life situations or in the practical situation. And after understanding these basic concepts of permanent establishment, there is a concept known as attribution of business profits to PE, which is covered in Article 7, which we have not covered here because this is the basics of PE presentation. So thank you so much for listening with that much of patience. Thank you.